Hi, I'm Jen from Tell Us World of Science Edmonton, and it's another Maker Monday, but it's a special edition this week because it is also Science Literacy Week here in Canada. As I said before, it's Science Literacy Week here in Canada. It's a great opportunity for us to have fun while encouraging science exploration and learning. Read a book, watch a show, listen to a podcast. There are lots of ways to experience the excitement of Canadian science. In fact, this week's Maker Monday challenge was inspired by one of my favorite books. This book is called Boxitects. It's all about a girl named Meg who loves to make creations out of cardboard. This is what makes her a Boxitect. In the book, Meg goes to maker school to use her creativity in building wonderful and amazing things. Along the way, she meets another Boxitect, Simone, whom seems to have different ideas about the creative process. Do you think that Meg and Simone can combine both of their skills and experience to overcome challenges and create something magnificent? But I don't want to give away the ending. You should definitely go read this book as soon as you can. In the meantime, I seem to be getting a call on my laptop. Oh my gosh, it's our good friend Kim Smith. Hold on a sec. Hi, Kim.
It's so nice to hear from you. You came at actually the perfect time. I was just telling a bunch of our guests about this super cool book I found. It's called Boxitects, and it's all about this girl that makes stuff with cardboard. Like, it's the coolest book ever.
Oh, well, Jen, that's actually my book. I wrote the book and I drew all the pictures inside.
What? Are you kidding? That's amazing. This is your, well, yeah, there's your name. There's Kim Smith. That is so cool. Well, if you wrote this book, I mean, we really love this book here, mainly because it encourages us to be like super creative with cardboard. So I was wondering, since you're the author, would you mind answering a couple of questions we have?
Of course.
Oh, sweet. Awesome. Okay. So I was wondering, how do you fix a mistake if you've made a mistake using cardboard? How do you fix that?
Well, if you make a mistake using cardboard, the nice thing about cardboard is that there's several different ways to fix a mistake. You can either use something to put it back together. You can use tape, you can use glue, just to fix it. In case if you cut a piece in half, you could just tape those back together. Sometimes a mistake is also just a happy accident. So you could take your mistake and turn it into something completely different. So if you cut a window too big, maybe it's a door.
Since you've worked a lot with cardboard, what would you say is the biggest cardboard creation you've ever made?
The biggest cardboard creation I've ever made was actually when I was in elementary school. We had this assignment to make little schoolrooms for a diorama for French class. But instead of making a schoolroom, I decided to make an entire school. And it was about 4 boxes high, enormous. In order to get it to school, I had to get my mom's minivan and we had to fit it in there and kind of wheel it into school and take it up on the elevator to get it into the classroom. But it was enormous.
That sounds a little bit like what Meg does in your book Boxitects, making those giant projects. It's so much fun. Once we did a giant rocket ship in the Science Garage Gallery here at Tell Us World of Science, and it was large enough that it could fit like 10 adults inside it. It was absolutely massive.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. And then I also have another question from a friend that was, where did your inspiration for Meg, the main character, come from?
Well, actually, it did go back to that project that I made that was building that school. I was just kind of thinking about taking that to the next level. So thinking about a kid who wanted to make a really big project, bigger than them that they would ever make before. And then kind of just kind of their journey through their school to like learn how to make big and incredible things.
Oh, that's awesome. And I really love how you kind of modeled it after your own personal experience. And so she's kind of like taking off from, what something that you actually did, and how that inspired you to keep doing cardboard creations even as a grown-up.
Yeah, so, for sure.
Awesome. Okay, and then I just had one last question, if that's okay.
Of course.
Can you remember a time that you made a mistake, but it led to something better?
As an illustrator, I make mistakes all the time. So if I'm learning how to draw, especially when I'm learning how to draw something new or something I don't draw a lot, for instance, if I'm trying to draw like a horse or something, they can be pretty difficult to draw. When I draw it the first time, it's full of mistakes. Like sometimes the legs don't bend quite the right way, or maybe the head looks a little funny. But from making those mistakes, I learn what I did wrong in order to make it better or approach it differently the next time. So the next time I go to draw a horse, I can learn from the mistakes I made before.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to answer some of my questions. I'm so excited now that I found out that you wrote one of my favorite books. This is so cool. Do you think, actually, we're in the middle of a Maker Monday right now.
Oh.
Do you think you could give us a maker challenge so that we could become Boxitects too?
Yeah, definitely. Just let me think of something. Okay, I have an idea. So your challenge is going to be to create a cardboard vehicle that will take you into space to another planet.
Oh, I love that idea.
Thanks, Kim. Bye. Oh, wasn't it great to ask Kim all about her book, Boxitects? I'm even more excited now to do her really cool space vehicle challenge. Okay, so let's start with a design in mind. Let's think about the things we want our space vehicle to have. It needs to carry a person, so it will need a pilot's chair. It also needs an engine. Probably should have air for breathing. And I think we'll also need food and water on board. Can you think of anything extra your personal spacecraft might need? Maybe it needs a ramp to help you get in, or maybe you need a sidecar for your little co-pilot buddy.
Let's do it.
So for an added challenge this week, we're going to control what materials you use. The quantity doesn't matter. You can use as much or as little as you want, but the materials you use are going to be specific. And here are some quick tools that you need. So most of these are either sharp or hot, so make sure you ask a grown-up for help when using them. But we have scissors, we have a box cutter, we have an awl or a screwdriver for punching holes in the cardboard, and I also have a hot glue gun here. We're working with a lot of cardboard this week, so if you need any tips or tricks for working with cardboard, you can check out our previous Maker Monday video called Cardboard Challenge. In fact, the link for it is in the caption below. I've asked my friend Marie to help me with this build since 2 brains are always better than 1. Isn't our rocket awesome? I feel like we're so ready to shoot off into outer space right now. Thanks, Marie, for all of your help.
You're so welcome. That was a ton of fun.
But remember, Kim's Boxitects challenge is for you to do too. So if you go ahead and make your very own cardboard space vehicle, if you could take a picture of that and post it in the comments down below, we are going to do a random draw for everybody that submits an entry to get a prize from the Galaxy gift shop here at TELUS World of Science Edmonton, but sponsored by Apega. And thanks everyone for joining us today for another Maker Monday here at TELUS World of Science Edmonton. I hope you can join us again next week.